The Malaysian Rubber Board, or LGM, was shortchanged by at least 780 million ringgit for a partial land sale it did back in 2010 to a SPV under the Ministry of Finance. LGM had sold 2,800 acres of Lot 481 located in Sungai Buloh to the SPV, Aset Tanah Nasional, for 1.5 billion ringgit via direct sale under the instruction of the Cabinet at the time. However, as Primary Industries Minister Teresa explains, the same land was sold a year later by ATN to Kuasa Land for a price tag of 2.28 billion ringgit. Kuasa Land is a wholly owned unit of the EPF. As such, it begs the question as to why the land was sold to ATN first and not directly to the EPF, says current LGM chairman Sankara Naik. Kok adds that LGM also incurred losses of 70 million ringgit after paying for an incomplete development in a separate portion of that same land that spans 3,385 acres in total. In 2013, LGM had appointed a project delivery partner to develop 5 facilities on site for 1.1 billion ringgit, apparently without proper LGM board approval, says Kok. It is understood that until the PDP was terminated in February 2018, the PDP had completed only 5% of the development. Malaysian tech stocks tumbled today, led by the semicon players, due in large part to a profit warning from tech giant Apple. Leading the pack was Inari Amatron, which counts the iPhone maker as one of its clients. Inari's stock opened this morning 8% lower at 1 ringgit 35 and continued throughout the day to sink to historic lows. It ended the day 13.6% lower at 1 ringgit 27. Globetronics Tech also took a beating on the news, closing 14% lower at 1 ringgit 48. Also affected were brethren KESM Industries, which closed 2.6% lower, and Vitrox Corp, that ended the day 5% lower at 5 ringgit 82. Overall, this dragged down the Bursa Malaysia Technology Index to a one-year low of 27.64 points. Apple investors were dealt a nasty shock when the company announced that it was lowering its revenue guidance to 84 billion US dollars for a key quarter that is typically its strongest. This represents Apple's first profit warning in 2 decades. CEO Tim Cook said in a statement that the sales problems came primarily from Greater China, which accounts for almost 20% of revenue. Malaysia Airports has come out to clarify that the KLIA2 fee charged and collected by AirAsia had never ever been imposed by the airport operator. Earlier this week, AirAsia Group CEO Tan Sri Tony Fernandez announced that the airline would stop collecting the 3 ringgit KLIA2 fee beginning next week. In a statement, MAHB said that the KLIA2 fee had been imposed and collected solely by AirAsia since KLIA2 started operations in 2014. MAHB explained that the only charges it collects are the passenger service charges, or PSC, of 11 ringgit for domestic departures, 35 ringgit for international departures to ASEAN countries, and 73 ringgit for the rest of the world. In a Facebook Live session, Fernandez said that KLIA2 did not match the airline's objective for air travel, namely lower costs for lower airfares. There has been no love lost between AirAsia and MAHB, locked as they are in a legal battle over PSC. MAHB is suing AirAsia over 9.4 million ringgit in unpaid PSC, while AirAsia X was hit with a lawsuit seeking 26.7 million ringgit for PSC arrears. The Ministry of Finance is refuting allegations that the government has been taxing petrol. In a statement, MOF revealed that total petrol and diesel subsidies for the first 11 months of 2018 amounted to 4.89 billion ringgit. In a statement, Finance Minister Lim Guan Eng said that the Pakatan Harapan government has neither profited from nor imposed sales tax on RON 95 or diesel. Lim called the allegations false and baseless. On average, the government paid out 444.6 million ringgit per month in fuel subsidies over the 11-month period. Meanwhile, the minister said that the government is dedicated to transparency, adding that if the automated pricing mechanism prices drop, the government will adjust the pricing downwards for the benefit of Malaysians. Primary Industries Minister Teresa says that she has spoken to the Norwegian ambassador to Malaysia over the Norwegian Parliament's decision to ban palm oil use. She says that the ambassador will convey to her leaders Malaysia's protest against the resolution. Norway is the third European Free Trade Association country to stop the use of palm oil products, together with France and Switzerland. Cox says she has extended an invitation to officials to visit Malaysia to better understand its palm oil sector. Meanwhile, UK Secretary of State for Foreign and Commonwealth Affairs Jeremy Hunt says that the UK will continue to monitor and engage with Malaysia over its sustainable palm oil policies. Hunt is in town for a 2-day official visit.